you see that you really liked? What did you see that maybe you didn't like?
You know, I liked how we started fast. That was the thing that I emphasized with them all week is, you know, set the tone early and let's you know, hit the game running and let's score fast. And I thought they did for the most part. My biggest disappointment is kind of what I said after the game was when we started putting the twos and we started substituting guys in that we weren't playing at a very high level. So it's kind of up to us as coaches that we've got a player to develop these guys and we got to develop these twos good enough where we can have a good enough depth because it's a long season. We're going to have to rely on these guys at the end.
Did you like what Chugs did?
I did. You know, he was 5 and 9. I thought he had 3 drops too. So he played a clean game. You know, we were running the clock out the majority of the fourth quarter, but when we asked him to take some shots, I thought he threw a good deep post play that could have been a touchdown. I thought he was operating it pretty efficiently. I did. You know, I think there's a point where I'm very comfortable with putting Chugs in the game and operating this system and him knowing what to do and being on the same page as me.
What's the ideal situation with the ones going against this team on Saturday? Play a half. I mean,
you know, Dan is big on playing a half and then getting them for the first drive of the second half as well. I think that what he was trying to emphasize in this past game was, you know, we had the conversation of pulling the starters, but he wants them to be in the habit of taking about a 20, 30-minute break and then being able to go out there and get back in the rhythm of things, which we didn't do that on offense. As an offense, we ended up getting a holding penalty on 3rd and 2 and then ended up pretty much 3 and out on that drive. So that's something that he wants to keep emphasizing, that we need to start fast, not just in the first half, but also in the second half as well.
Sills mentioned on the one play that was kind of something he saw that you guys talked about. Do you foster that a lot with the players, the ability to see things and come to you and make adjustments?
I do, especially guys like David Sills, who's played the quarterback position. He has a good understanding of what the defense is trying to do to him. He asks great questions when he comes off on the sidelines on how they're playing about everything, how they're playing the quick screens on the perimeter, how they're playing the vertical routes or the inside release technique. So we kind of saw that one coming from the beginning, how they're playing in and out coverage where we just did a simple screen and go. And Sills is smart enough to make it look like he's blocking and he just runs, and that's why he's so wide open. So you got to pay attention to your players. I listen to a lot of them. Now, there's some guys that believe that they're open on every single play, that you got to put that into perspective. But guys like David Sills, I listen to him when he has any ideas or has any questions on the sidelines.
Does that come from being a coach's son?
I love coaches' kids. I do. I think that they just have a great understanding and they're great team players as well.
Did you do that with your dad? Did you guys talk football?
All the time, talk football. I think that's just the nature of how you're growing in a coach's family. So, you know, Mom wouldn't allow us to talk about it at dinner, but besides that, it's about every other, you know, opportunity we're talking football.